you doing, guys? Okay, so this is just a bonus round from now, which is the 23rd, okay, until the end of December. During Vedic astrology, we have the Gemini full moon, okay, so shit's gone a little bit weird. I've felt like I've been stuffed through the small end of a Coke bottle of lately, but we've come out the other end, which is also the portal, 12-12 portal, okay, so let's see where you are from now until the end of December. So this is kind of a bonus round, really. So you've got the Queen of Cups, so it can bring a lot of emotion around. People say that it's the Cancer full moon, but it's actually the Gemini full moon. Okay, so you've got Queen of Cups, which is, it can bring in a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings. Okay, a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings, because it's like a release. It's like a purging of release. Okay, like if you imagine yourself being stuffed and forced through a Coke bottle, and your mind creates so much. That's an awakening. That's kind of coming out the other end of a portal. If you imagine a small hole, you're being pushed through it. Okay, when you come out the other side, you kind of like wake up a little, and you kind of like start reflecting. Okay, and then you find the fire and passion back within yourself again. Okay, so we have a guide here pretty much. You've got the King of Wands, so it's either you listening to a guide, or you are a guide, or you're finding the passion within yourself again, which is the King of Wands, which is a fire energy. Okay, then you have the Fool, which is a Pisces energy, really, but it's the Fool, it's the Fool's journey. Okay, this is what I class as, I'm not really godlike, but more spiritual. Okay, but this is a bit like Jesus and his disciples, is that they would follow him wherever he went, because they trusted him. It's a trusting person. It's the zero. Okay, which also means Saturn and also the world. Okay, but this is pretty much like a guide, willing to take a new Fool's journey. Okay. Could be interested in a water sign or fire sign, okay? But the Fool kind of represents different kind of qualities, really. More earth, air and water. But let's have a look. Okay, so Capricorn, something rising in Venus. Hope I did say Capricorn at the beginning. That was what I was meditating on, so, and you are next on the list. Just have a quick make sure, yeah, you're after Cancer. So, yeah, so, well, it could have been, so it could be that you want to collaborate again and work with somebody, or you were involved in some kind of, you see, three-party triangled stuff of, please, I mean, I'm going to do more of an update on this, about talking about ascension and about light ascension. You see, the power of seven, why it's called seven of the Seven of Cups, is because it pulls the darkness out of you painfully. Okay, it can pull the darkness out of you painfully, but it also pulls you, like people have to come up to your vibration of your light ascension. But I'll do more towards that. But that's the painful part of what the portal can push you towards. But if you're caught in a triangle or with someone that's narcissistic, hopefully the light prevails, because it pulls you away from the darkness. But because of the Seven of Cups being my seven, okay, it's a gift that hopefully someone sees the light and pulls themselves towards the light, that then leaves the other person within a lesson about declaration of independence, because people have to be independent of their own path. In a mirror reflection of a three-party triangle, so do you, so do they, so does the other party. It's a great lesson of ascension. Okay, but I will do more on that, hopefully. But let's have a look. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. Because it brings into the light, it brings things into fruition. It forces feelings upon people in order to reflect what the truth is. The truth, okay, truth. Some people, they can't handle the truth, and that's why a three-party triangle creates, because they can't be honest with themselves. If you're involved with a narcissist, okay, then they will never know the truth, and they never understand the truth, because it's, well, I'll do a section on narcissism, but they're controlling, they're out of control, okay. But we'll see what the cards say. Yeah, so you've got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, okay. Now, it like, because the fire energy obviously means that you want to, like, someone wants to come in passionately with an offer, okay? But this card also represents the narcissist card to me as well, because this is also a part of someone that comes in like an energy thief. Like, they come in and they want sex, or they want money, or they just want something from you really quickly, and they'll come in, they'll go, they'll cause a load of drama, they'll make you reflect on your feelings, and then they'll go. It's like a really fast energy, okay, that makes you feel drained as a mirror reflection of a three-parted triangle. It makes you feel drained, it makes you feel over-emotional to reflect on your feelings of why an energy's come in and go, and that's why that is called soul growth and evolution, and that makes you reflect on your feelings of feeling drained, okay? So as within a three-party, that is like ascension of your self-worth and value. That there, as a pair, is self-worth and value, okay? So you all learn something, but it depends on your own vibration of what you individually want to rise up to be. So it could mean your rising sign, but or any sign if it's in your chart or their chart, but it's an ascension part of pulling someone towards the light. But you can't force someone to come towards the light. They have to understand that themselves if that's what they want to do, and that's why that's individual choice. If people are caught within narcissism, then I don't understand why people want to be caught up with someone that is extremely narcissistic and drinks and everything else, like aloof, okay, can be aloof as well, okay, with that card. But that's part of ascension, you see, that's part of your growing and learning of your soul, of your sacrificing your happiness for someone else that would do that to you. Until you learn self-worth and respect and value for yourself, that you wouldn't participate in that kind of behaviour of someone that's going to do drink and drugs and be very aloof and cheat and lie and manipulate and twist and then cheat on you again and again and again and again. That's part of ascension, of you learning about release, okay? So then you have the Four of Cups, which is more of a stubborn energy, but it can mean an offer also. It can mean more of a relaxing offer because it's an opportunity. That is from the Ace, okay? That's the Ace. And that's opportunity. But until you start to release the past, or you release the constriction and the confines of your own space, of stop reflecting on things over the past that were built up, okay, until that happens, you can't receive or give. Like, you're not open in order to receive any kind of offer with work, finances, career, or you are. It depends on what it clarifies with, but this is more of a stuck energy. But it can also mean someone holding on to you, or someone a fire sign is completely stubborn and stuck and will not fucking listen to anything, and that can be in their chart or your chart, okay? Or it can be any kind of sign, but it can mean that they're stuck and fixed in their way, and that's why this energy is creating, because they're just stuck, stubborn, and ego, pride keeps ego alive, ego keeps the pride alive. Before I create my other channel, or this channel, it's called Seven, is because I had an epiphany and told people to watch the film Seven, okay? In that film, Seven told me a lot about my old karmic situation, which was the scene of where he put a phone in her hand and said, well, it's never cut your nose off to spite your face, and give her a bottle of pills, okay? And you have a chance in order to ring someone for help and then live, but live scarred, okay? So you can take scarred as what? It's like, I'm scarred, I'm wounded, but I will move on. But within that film, it's kind of like you have an opportunity to reach out for help, or you don't. You make the decision yourself, okay? Through that film, I won't elaborate too much, but that told me a lot about my old karmic situation, okay? That I needed to cry for help, and I needed to move, okay? Pretty much move. So I did, and that was why I created this channel, Seven, okay? And then I became a guide to help guide people into a brighter future and understand about ascension, okay? So let's see, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus from now till the end of December. Capricorn, from now till the end of December, Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. And this can also be you or them, okay, also. So you've got Declaration of Independence. So your lesson yourself and for others involved, if it is a three-party situation, okay, is Declaration of Independence, okay, because that's an independent card, that's free flowing, free falling, okay, free falling, taking a journey. So your journey is to break free of chains of restriction and to take a new journey, okay, whichever direction that is that you feel within your path of people that you know, like, because you've got people here, okay? But this is also the chain of ascension of what the other person needs to learn from you, is the breaking of chains so they become independent. They will not, if they don't become independent, well then that's their path of their choice of what they are. As long as you pull yourself away and you become free, you have clarity, freedom, then you have abundance with someone or on your own, okay? But you have a guide that's guiding you towards that kind of ascension, because it's the Fool. So it's saying to you, make a new Fool's journey, okay? And wow, so something to do. So this is either Capricorn that's in your chart, okay, or this is someone, and this is the overall energy, okay? And yeah, very draining, very draining. Wow, wow, guys, I've got to keep taking them. Wow. So you have someone around you that is fucking toxic as fuck. Toxic as fuck. You have a really good energy around you, okay? But you have someone that is as toxic as it will get. And that there is a straight up narcissist. And I'm not fucking around with you. The devil has his claws on you of greed, gluttony, pride, ego. Too much pride keeps the ego alive of take, want. And these are the emotions and feelings that they've absorbed from you and others in their path and wake. This is why it's part of the 7 deadly sins. But it's a 9, it's a cry for help. Crying for help is that I need to cry for help from you because I'm stuck, but I'm not going to move because I'm a narcissist. So they lie, they cheat, they manipulate, they steal, they come, they go, they come, they go, they come, they go. If you're learning from them, what you end up feeling is that you are a manipulator and that you are being controlled by a puppet master that makes you feel this way too, and this is why you get lost and confused in the mix. So you would probably have something like the 7 of Cups, because it leaves you in illusion and delusion that is also part of the 7 deadly sins, okay? But that brings in the Tower, an awakening, that you cannot build a structure or a home life or anything with this person whatsoever, because they will not listen, because they are narcissistic. Narcissistic. If you don't understand about narcissism, look it up, because there is plenty of videos on YouTube where people teach people about narcissism. I went through an extreme amount of that through my growth, okay? Myself, okay? But that is an energy thief where they return. That is a returning energy to take more. A returning energy to take more. They come, they go, they can offer themselves sex, they can be very overindulgent in kind of weird sexual behaviour, okay? Very drunk, takes drugs, drinking. So you must know someone that could be around you like this. Or it's you, Capricorn, you know. But if it was you, you wouldn't really be watching it. So it's someone that's around you, right? So don't get confused. If you're a complete narcissist yourself, you wouldn't be guiding yourself for help. So it's pretty much that there's someone around you that is like that, okay? Energy thief. Part of 2019 is going to be your awakening to the truth, okay? Wake the fuck up to the truth of the fact that this person is controlling and will fuck up your life totally. Okay, totally. And I can't really say that much more blatantly, because you have someone that is also never going to change, they'll never open up, and they will constantly keep you in a 3-parted triangle. 3-parted triangle. Until you break free yourself. That breaks down the wall of defence. That breaks down your wall of defence of what it's saying about the Declaration of Independence, is that when you become then break free, you become more open. Okay, you become more open. Okay, but someone around you is controlling as fuck, and they are probably thinking, spying, or this could be you looking at someone that is free and independent, and that they're a guide and they're teaching you. Okay, but don't get lost in that, Capricorn. You've got to know where you are, because this is self-awareness. Self-awareness. Okay, this is what I try to teach people: is that when you're self-aware, and you know yourself inside out, you know, you're a truth seeker, you're a truth speaker, you don't form any kind of social belief, you know. You go against the protocol of life. You don't worry about the Mr. and Mrs. fucking Jones and the dog keepers, you know. People blame people for having a different outlook and perspective of life because they don't follow that protocol. But I can guarantee you after a while, they kind of see, you know what, this person fucking speaks the truth. Yes, that's what it's about. People learn from people that speak the truth, okay? That's what it's about. Ascension, purging out, not following protocols of the Matrix. It's not real, it's an illusion. It's people that keep you fearful and trapped of actually speaking out. It blocks your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your mind chakra, and it keeps you blocked because it's called a chrysalis, a cocoon that cocoons itself around you as a 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th party destruction of home life, career, finances. You think that it's yourself that's creating a bad career or a love life or a family. It's not. It's the other person that's creating it through the energy that they're absorbing from you, taking from you, that's making you feel like you're in delusion, okay? You break free from that and you are free falling, okay? So then you find stability within someone. There's no more separation of avoidance between the two. This is someone that's very caring, nurturing and giving, and that forms equality, okay? So then you form ascension of a chain of control. When you drop control, you realize that money is the same energy as love. It's a current energy. It flows through you as it flows through them as a feeling, not a thought. A feeling, that's the seed of intent that creates a 10. It's also an ending, but it's also a beginning of abundance. You learn about that, and then you learn that you can manifest money because you know about equality. Money is an energy current exactly the same as what non-controlling love would be. You wouldn't love someone that you would try to control. You would be okay with them doing as they do because you would want to communicate with each other as much as possible, and it wouldn't be controlling because you wouldn't be thinking about it. It would just be natural. Natural. Independently natural. You would just want that because you wouldn't think it. If you're thinking and someone's keeping you like trapped and fucking absolutely fucking don't know your own mind, well, that's because you're still connected to a narcissist. So let's have a look at so that's that story. That's the general overview, but let's have a look at the Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles, because that can either talk about wanting to work together with someone, and it could be an air sign or earth sign, or it could just mean that that is part of it and you're wanting to break free and you're wanting to communicate. Also a communicational card, which is the Page of Swords. It's where the communication, okay, breaks down. Great, there you go. Breaks down. Could have something to do with Cancer in your chart or their chart, but that is very spiritual, okay? That is also a 7, okay? But that is a guide also, and that is the Sphinxes, and it's classed as a soulmate union, okay, as well, because it's a strong connection with wanting to collaborate with a true soulmate, okay, or it could just mean Cancer, okay. But that is the communication that's needed to break down the walls of defense. When the communication opens, it opens the throat chakra, okay, and then as you start to speak and you communicate, then it opens up the heart chakra, and it, because it's a flowing motion of ascension of 7, you relate to their relation of. Okay, so then what that happens then is that becomes more grounded, so that opens up the base chakra, and as you become more grounded, you become more within your feelings. That continues to open up the heart chakra, the throat chakra, the mind chakra. It's mind expansion, and it flows through your light ascension of 7. And there's also, whether it doesn't matter what, you know, that's just because we are all 7 of the 7 of Cups. Basically, you pull yourself together and you wake up and you realise where the fuck you are. You know, on your light ascension path. Also, Chariot, a guide, guiding you towards that kind of information, or that's what you want to do. But let's have a look at the Fool. Yeah, there you go. What was I saying? The cards never lie. The Magician, the Sword of Truth. What was I saying? The Sword of Truth cuts you free. This is communication. This is someone that does not fear fuck all and is pretty honest and open. Yeah, this is spirit, light, ascension. This is your guides also telling you that an advice card, communication, truth, honesty. It sets you free. It breaks the free of ascension. It breaks you free from the toxic past. If you have a good energy around you, that creates a good energy within you and them, and then you deal with it together to deal with the toxic part of the behaviour of the other person. They then suddenly form their own belief and they move away naturally. That's because you are a pair. Okay, a pair. It helps break down the system of barrier of the other person, of learning that they need to move the fuck on themselves and that they need to become independent. That's part of your lesson. Independence of the other person that's fucking narcissistic. They need to learn independence. You can't force them, you can't show them, you can't teach them. You back away because life's lessons teach yourself. If you don't learn and you're a narcissist, you won't, and you will constantly do that. That's their written path. Their written path is them sacrificing themselves for you to learn, and if you're not learning, it's a waste of time. Okay, time. So we have the King of Wands. What's the King of Wands? Because the King of Wands is looking over at the Queen of Cups. So the King of Pentacles, someone that's very grounded, stable, nurturing. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or because it's not an actual star sign, it just basically means someone that's very caring, nurturing, fire and passionate. Two kings together basically means the same thing. It's someone that's very grounded, very good with finances and career, with family, orientation of stability. Okay, the King of Wands means a leader, means someone that owns businesses or creative field or knows how to take forward movement and passion. Okay, he uses that wand in order to guide people as he guides himself, because he holds the key, he holds the wand to himself that guides people with action. Okay, so you have someone that's completely like stable and unstable. Okay, so let's have a look at the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups. The Four of Cups. What's the Four of Cups for? Too many. Four of Cups. Four of Cups. Spirit, please. Four of Cups. Four of Cups. The Four of Cups. Four of Cups. Spirit, please give me a message for Four of Cups. Relax. That's what I just heard. Relax. Four of Cups. Breathe. Four of Cups. Breathe. Breathe. For fuck's sake, Capricorns, breathe. That's what I've heard. Well, that's pretty obvious, but breathe, you know. Let things flow. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. You know. People don't realise that they're actually holding their breath, and I do it a lot. You know. Because you get tense, you see. That's why meditation is very good. And that's probably why the cards are not speaking. Yeah. So it's saying, find balance. This is Sagittarian energy too, okay? But it's, they could have Sagittarius or fire in their chart somewhere that is stubborn and stuck, you know. Or they could be something to do with another part of Sagittarius, or water, because Sagittarian energy, okay, sorry, Sagittarian energy, it's the ancient ruler of Pisces, okay, Jupiter, sorry, of course it is Jupiter, that's the ancient ruler of Pisces, and that's why it relates to Vedic, what I was saying about Vedic, actual planets, Vedic. So that is the ancient ruler of Pisces, which is Jupiter. Jupiter brings in reward. Reward. That's the reward. That's what they're saying. Reward. Your reward for such hard work done, once this is dropped, brings in the reward. Okay. So let's have a look at what the Nine of Pentacles is. The Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles, please. The Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, brings in the reward. What did I say? The reward. Justice. Could be a Libra, or could be somewhere within their chart. It's very strange, because I've just found out my Vedic chart is that I have Libra rising. I don't know, they're actually in my I've put it in part of my channel now, you can look that up, but very strange. I'm sure that's rising. That's really weird. Let's have a look. Yeah, Rahu is Libra. KETU is Aries. Yeah, very strange. But that's reward. You see, reward, it brings in balance. Yeah, Pisces brings in Pisces. This is Neptune as well. You see, Neptune. But it's 12, so it brings in a cycle. So it's release. Because the hangman can talk about feeling stuck, okay? But it's also ascension, it's also a guide too, because of the wisdom part of their head, okay? They go into clarity and feeling stuck, and it becomes unstuck because of the freedom. So it's a freeing energy, it's justice. It's justice for hard work. And then wow, there you go, brings in the sun. So this is the Garden of Eden, okay? So then you could have children, you can have ascension of fucking anything, because the sun shines over the darkness. The sun shines over the darkness, and it brings things into fruition, okay, completely. Let's have a look at the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords. But this is individual choice, Capricorn. You know, you have a choice of whether you want to continue down the same path or whether you don't. If you haven't got your lessons, you will more likely stick with the same person and go backwards, okay? Because yeah, there you go. Page of Swords. Wow. United, fire and passionate, new beginning, but opportunity. Opportunity is something that knocks. You have to know which way around you are, okay? You take that opportunity, so probably you're thinking or feeling or two. I mean, if you're dealing with soulmate energy, you both think and feel at the same time. You think about them, they think about you. You feel about them, they feel about you. Okay? And then you find being united with your soulmate, your actual one. Okay, this person isn't. Okay, that controlling energy that's around you, and you will only know that yourself when you become self-aware, isn't. Okay, if you've got a new person, that is. That's pretty much what it's saying. Okay, but you'll know where you are on your own light ascension path. But it could have something to do with the Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Okay, could have air in the chart, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or fire in someone's part of their chart too. But that's the opportunity. Okay. So that is between now and the end of December. If you want a personal reading, okay, Capricorn, they are in the description. Just quickly send me a new email. I will hopefully come up with a song. They normally come in at the last moment, okay, when I'm editing. Okay, and it's nearly 11:11 actual time. Okay, so I will catch you soon when I do the Januaries. Okay, peace, Capricorn.